My name is Kara Zikwich, and I am the Child Injury Prevention Coordinator at the Saskatchewan Prevention Institute. I will be sharing some information to help you answer the question, what are your roles and responsibilities in preventing injuries? It is important to recognize that most injuries are caused by events that are predictable and preventable, and we all have a role in prevention. Parents, caregivers, grandparents, educators, municipal leaders, journalists, and others can learn and raise awareness about preventing serious childhood injuries. Proper supervision, providing freedom to engage in active outdoor play, locking up medications and other potential poisons out of reach and sight, designing safe public spaces for families, and using the proper language to describe injuries are all effective ways to prevent childhood injuries and reduce hospitalizations and deaths. Injuries remain the leading cause of death and hospitalization for children in Canada. Saskatchewan has a particularly high rate of child injury. The human and economic costs of child injury are significant, including physical and emotional costs, as well as direct expenses to the healthcare system. Indirect costs include parents not being able to work because of an injury, reduced productivity, and children not being able to contribute fully to society if the injury they sustained in childhood is life-altering. Injuries can happen anywhere, at home, at play, and on the road. Individuals, families, and communities, as well as organizations, have a responsibility to work to reduce serious childhood injuries and promote the health and well-being of Saskatchewan children. Helping children to have a safe, secure, and healthy childhood provides a solid foundation for a healthy adult life. Focusing on health promotion and injury prevention are two important ways to reduce child hospitalizations, deaths, and related costs in Saskatchewan. Use the proper language to describe injuries. This is an important responsibility. Using the word injury rather than accident will help our society to recognize that injuries are caused by events that are predictable and preventable. When you hear it was an accident, rather than someone was injured, it indicates that there was nothing that could have been done to prevent the injury. Often, this is not the case. Accidents are random, occur without warning, and have no cause or explanation. Yet the majority of injuries are predictable and preventable. Ask yourself, what could have been changed to decrease the chance or severity of injury? What happened before, during, and after the incident that may have affected the outcome of the injury? Injuries are not accidents, inevitable, or part of our fate or destiny. The belief that we have no control over serious injuries is not true and can be used as an excuse to not take preventative action. What is your role in injury prevention? Can you raise awareness on the prevention of serious childhood injuries? Are you a parent, caregiver, or educator? Can you help others with skill building? Are you in enforcement? Do you have a role in supporting parents and families? Do you provide supervision of young children? Can you set a positive example and be a role model? Are you advocating for change in engineering, health promotion, or at the community level? Do you develop policy? Do you work in recreation? Do you work in journalism? To further understand role and responsibility, here are some areas for consideration. Parents and caregivers have a responsibility for the safety and well-being of children. It is important to understand the developmental stages and needs of the individual child. Caregivers need to keep environments hazard-free while allowing children to explore, learn new skills, and test their own limits. Parents attuned to their children's development will know when it is safe to give more freedom. All of us can work to strengthen skills, knowledge, and confidence for parents and caregivers to provide safe spaces for children to grow, learn, and play. In addition to skill building, all of us who work with children and families can advocate for injury prevention. Educators can share and teach evidence-based and locally driven, community-based injury prevention strategies. Early years educators in particular can teach children safety skills and have an impact on children and their families by providing culturally relevant activities with safety in mind. Child passenger safety technicians can teach parents to correctly install the proper seat for their child. Recreational organizations have a responsibility to promote movement and physical activity as a way of preventing injury. Sharing the importance of using proper equipment and enforcing rules that help keep children safe are ways to reduce the impact of injury on children. Journalists can refrain from using the word accident when discussing injuries. They could also share information about preventing injuries. We all have a role to play, and there are many ways that we can work to prevent serious childhood injuries. Visit the Saskatchewan Prevention Institute's website for more information. Injury prevention begins with you.